How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another Star Wars Battlefront 2 video. Now, today's topic, we're going to be talking about the new vehicles that were on the roadmap. We're going to talk about all the different maps that they might be on and the different game modes and different variations that we might see them involved with. And we're going to get into that right after this. Hey guys, if you like the content that I'm making on the channel and you want to help support it, then consider donating over on Patreon. Every donation goes a long way in helping run the channel and is greatly appreciated. If it wasn't for you guys, then there wouldn't even be a channel. So thank you guys so much for all the support. Now let's get back to the video. Alright, so with the new roadmap that has come out, I'm sure all you guys know by now, but there has been vehicles that were announced. That was the new big exciting thing that Ben said that they were going to reveal. So I gotta give them credit. Like I said before, I give credit where credit is due, and when they do something bad, I tear them a new one, and when they do something good, I am sure to point that out as well. So I think that new vehicles is definitely a plus. I don't think any of us expected new vehicles. But for those of you that don't know, we are getting the ATTE, clone version of the AT-AT, or the AT-AT, however you pronounce it. And then we are getting the speeders for the clones, and we're getting a speeder for the droids, or the STAP, or STAP, or STOP, or however you want to say it. It's basically that yellow thing with the handles the droids ride around. So yeah, we're getting different vehicles, 3 different vehicles. I mean, so far, I don't think they're going to have any more. But the big thing is that the ATTE is not on rails like all the other vehicles. Normally in Galactic Assault, you have the AT-AT and the MTTs, and they sort of are on a set path, and you can't drive them around freely. Well, apparently this map is so big and that you can just drive this thing wherever you want it. So I'm imagining that it's going to be really wide open, like just a huge open desert environment, kind of like on Crate, and you can just drive it around wherever. Kind of like the old Battlefront 2 version of Geonosis. It was kind of just a huge open map, and you could just drive the vehicles wherever you want. I would imagine it would be something to that extent, but yeah, that's good news. The fact that you can just drive it around wherever. I mean, it sounds cool and all, but at the same time, you have to think, how balanced will that be? If there's no set target, what are they even going to do for the map? Like, is it going to be sort of like Jakku, where you just push forward, take the objective, and keep pushing forward, like those other game modes? But if that's the case, how balanced is that going to be? If you can drive the MTT anywhere you want, can't you just drive it to the objective and just park it there? Because, I mean, how's the droid supposed to defend that when there's a giant tank just sitting there guarding it? So that's going to bring up some concerns, but that's not really the point of the video. The point is to talk about the vehicles and how they might be on different maps. Now, I saw some people asking Ben if it was a possibility that we might get them on other maps, and he said that is basically to be determined. But honestly, I don't think there's very many options. I mean, look at Camino. You can't have new vehicles on Camino. Naboo is kind of, I mean, it's kind of close quarters, and the whole final phase is just inside, so you can't really add new vehicles on Naboo either. Plus, I mean, it's so tight quarters with those streets and stuff, you can't really have a speeder on there anyway, because, I mean, they're so fast, and there's not really any... The only open spot that there is right down the middle, and the MTT drives right down the middle, so they're not really going to add any vehicles there. The only other option is Kashyyyk. Now, Kashyyyk kind of makes sense. It's pretty big. It's wide open. I think it's the biggest map probably in the game. The matches last like 20 minutes. So yeah, I could see them adding the clone speeders on that map, and even the droid speeders. I mean, there's plenty of room for them. So I think the only other option is yeah, Kashyyyk. And they're not going to add the ATTE on Kashyyyk either, because that would just make it unbalanced for Galactic Assault. Like, you can't have a tank that size playing the objective, because it would just blow the crap out of the MTTs and they'd win every match. So it doesn't really work on there either. So the only ones that they could add is the speeders. But that's for Galactic Assault. This new game mode that they're talking about, this one where it's kind of like Conquest, and you can, I'm assuming, take command posts, and they said that you have to destroy capital ships. Now, that one might be different, because if, like, let's look at Kashyyyk. If they remove the MTTs, then that opens up a lot of space, and you don't have to worry about the objective. So they could throw the AT-AT on there, and it could just walk around wherever it wants. But that also brings up the concern of, I mean, doesn't that put the droids at a disadvantage? If you have, I mean, if you have a clone walker just walking around wherever it wants, Wouldn't that be a little broken if it could just walk up to the command post and take it on its own? I mean, how is the droids going to fight that? But what they could do is give those snail tanks that are already on Kashyyyk, just give them some abilities and make it so you can drive them around. I mean, they're already in the game. So they could either do that. I mean, I doubt that they add something extra for the droids, like the spider walker. I think that would be cool. Or that tank that rolls around on the wheels and shoots the purple missiles. I think that'd be cool too, but I wouldn't expect anything like that, especially since, like I said, there's not really any room on any other maps but Geonosis. And it doesn't make sense for them to add any clone maps or clone vehicles on any of the other maps that aren't clone related. Like, you're not going to see a clone speeder on Hoth or anything, so they're kind of limited to the amount of maps that they can actually put these vehicles on, which kind of sucks. But let's talk about the tank itself. Now, this is like, yeah, this giant clone tank. In the old game, you could put people in it, and you could have 3 people. You could have one guy drive, one guy in the back, one guy in the cannon. I think this is going to work kind of like the droid tank. I don't expect there to be multiple people in it. I expect you to, like, maybe hit both bumpers, and then you go into, like, cannon mode, kind of like the droid tank, where you can just switch to it, and you can shoot the cannon wherever you want. Or it'll probably have a different ability where you hit, like, the right bumper, and you can use the backseat cannons or something. But yeah, I doubt that you can put 3 people in that thing, especially since like, you can only have one person in the AT-AT at a time too. So yeah, technically you could have 2 people in that and one person fire each set of guns. But yeah, so they'll probably have that as a single seater. Depending on that new game mode, I would expect it to probably just be on Geonosis. And then if that game mode opens things up, then maybe they could throw it on Kashyyyk too. But yeah, I wouldn't expect it on any other maps or on Galactic Assault, because it would be too unbalanced. Because it would just play the objective with the thing, and it'd blow the crap out of the MTTs. But yeah, I think that they can totally add the speeders. As for the roadmap and them adding this, I think this is a pretty big deal. I mean, compared to what we thought we were going to get, I mean, I'll take vehicles. Now, hopefully they just listen to the community and they actually add some reinforcements, like a droideka or some sort of clone commander, or like a Republic Commando dude, or some sort of variant, just so that we don't have the Wookiees on Geonosis. I know so many people are tired of seeing the Wookiee everywhere. Just anything that they could add as a reinforcement would be great. I mean, if they add reinforcements, then I'll be pretty content with the amount of content that we have. Like, if they give us a reinforcement, they fix the skins that they released to make them more movie accurate, and then they release these heroes in this new map and game mode, I think that's all that we can really ask for from this game, unfortunately. Now, I mean, it's been an uphill battle this whole time. They've not given us enough content. They've had tons and tons of bugs. They go months without fixing the game. So yeah, sadly, that's all we can really expect from them at this point, until they make a new game or give the license to somebody else. But so yeah, I guess I'm impressed in the sense of I didn't expect them to give us more than what they already said, but I'm not impressed in terms of, like, we should have way more content and we should have gotten this stuff back in July. Like, if we would have had everything that was planned for this game back by, like, the half year point, like, if we would have had this Geonosis stuff back when Solo came out, then I think this game would be on par with everything else. I think this game would be on pace to give us tons of content, and it would be a great game. But unfortunately, everything has been delayed and postponed, and it's just been a mess this entire time. So another thing that they mentioned in the roadmap was the hero skins. And they said Grievous is going to get a skin. I think Obi-Wan's going to have like 3 skins when they get released. I hope that this isn't what they're referring to on the roadmap, like the first roadmap where they said hero skins. I would imagine that this is, but I mean, it's cool that we're getting these hero skins for these new characters. Like, Obi-Wan's going to have probably like a clone trooper variant. Grievous will probably have a cape or whatever. But I want to see some skins for the old characters. Like, Darth Vader can have a battle damaged suit. Darth Vader needs some love. Or Darth Maul can have his robot legs. Like, instead of giving Han 6 skins and Lando 5 skins, give some of the other characters some skins. Leia's got like 3. Luke's got 2. Yoda's got 2. None of the bad guys really have any skins. Kylo's got 4. I think that's it. I don't think any other bad guys really have any skins. I know Ray's got like 3 or 4, but yeah, hopefully give some bad guys some love. I want to run around with a battle damaged Vader. I think that'd be pretty sick. But honestly, I think that's all we can really expect at this point. Hopefully they prove us wrong and they give us some droidicas from all the feedback that they got. I mean, they obviously know that people are really excited over droidicas, so I guess we'll have to wait and see. But as always, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you guys made it this far, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. It helps me out. If you guys want to go the extra mile and really help out the channel, then consider checking out the Patreon. It really helps me continue to make videos and pump out content pretty much daily. And that's going to do it for me, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.
Goopa Noopa. Yep, yep.